You guys forget your red hats today?
Come on, man. Yeah, real funny.
Just checking.
We know. It's cold. Leave us alone.
All right.
We'll get inside soon.
How am I supposed to explain to my 3-year-old that her dad...
I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. There's no doubt about it, I'll sing and I'll shout it, 'cause I don't care.
Nah, MAGA, come back to the front. Come back to the front. Y'all was all loud and bold and proud of everything. No. This is exactly what you voted for. Don't sit up here talking about something you were lied to. No, baby, you believe the lie you told yourself. You were trying to rationalize the thoughts of an irrational person, and now you sitting up here acting like you're in confusion. Nah, baby, this is exactly what you voted for. Now that Mimo and Papa don't have the Medicare coverage they need to take care of dialysis, now you talking about something that's not what you voted for. Now that he took away research funding for cancer treatment and the HIV vaccine, oh, now this ain't what you voted for. Now that you and your kids can't eat no more because he took away SNAP benefits because you're disabled and can't get Medicaid for you and your kids no more. Now that ain't what you voted for. Oh, no, baby, you voted for it all. You voted for it all. But because you thought it was going to affect people who look like me and other marginalized communities, you was more than willing to vote for him because you thought it was not going to affect you. I'll say it once, I'll say it twice, I'll say it 3,000 times. Unless you are a millionaire, billionaire, or a dictator, you are a minority as well to that man. And now the rest of us got to find out because you decided to F around. I hope that helps.
FAFO, story time, wanna hear it? Here you go. All right, so boom, it's this man at my mama job. He's white, of course, he's a MAGA supporter, whatever, right? So before the election, you know, he was talking his, after election, recently, what's going on, right? So then my mama, like the other day, he come to work, he beat red. My mama said he looked like he was crying in the car all the way to work. So cool, she like, you know, like, what's wrong? What's good? Why you're upset, buddy? Right? So he's like, well, my wife got a letter from disability. So my mama like, okay. Little backstory. His wife is disabled. I think she has MS, not sure. But she was getting a disability check, right? All right, boom. So she gets a letter. The letter told her like, hey, we're taking you off disability. Yeah. In 2 months, you're not going to be getting a check from us anymore. You know, you can always, like, appeal it. You know, you can always try again. But according to the records, we feel like you can work. Like, you're not that disabled that you can't work. So my mom was like, oh, really? So he like, yeah. So that's $975 that's no longer coming into our household. Wow. And then, y'all, they cut her food stamps. Yeah, shorty was getting like $700 a month in food stamps. Oh no, they cut her down to $250. So now he crying, right? Because he talking about that disability check, help pay their mortgage. He talking about she gotta go back to work, but if she go back to work, then they gonna have to pay for childcare. And he like, do you know how much childcare is? And my mother was like, yeah, I do. You know, but the whole time he never said anything about Trump. He just gives like the government and they're trying to just destroy us and I don't know what they're doing, but you know, the president, he's gonna fix all of this. And my mother looking at him like, bitch, the president is doing all of this. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? But yeah, I'm so excited for him. And I'm not even gonna lie, I'm excited for him. Because one day he did something, well, he said something disrespectful to my mama. And I was on my way up there to whoop his ass. And the only reason I didn't was because my mama told me not to. But I'm still looking for you, bitch. You better never hope I get invited to a company picnic. Because it's on site, ho.
President Trump promised to bring jobs back, to lift wages of workers, to lower costs. None of that stuff is happening.
After a century of operation, Case New Holland announced plans to shut down its manufacturing plant in Burlington, Iowa, cutting over 200 union jobs and devastating the community.
In the past 4 years, this company has made $8.7 billion. They've given Wall Street $3.3 billion billion in dividends and buybacks. What do the workers who make the product that generates those profits get? I'll put it bluntly, we get fucked.
I'll tell y'all one thing, ain't nobody more inconsistent than a MAGA person. I done came by this house so many times because I live in this neighborhood, and that flag come up and down like the weather, okay? I'm not even gonna lie, the last time I didn't see, I thought they took it down because they was washing it. Then they put it back up, I'm like, okay, it's here. It was there, but not to stay, clearly, because damn, that flag over there doing disappearing acts and shit. First I thought somebody lost their Medicaid and then they got it back, and that's why they put the flag back. Alright, it's okay. Maybe it takes others longer to recognize a cult, you know, and they got themselves out of there, hopefully. I don't know.
This is how it went.
Why you voting for Trump for? Because I'm fucking tired of being broke.
And this is how it's going.
I've been fucking pumped for this no tax on overtime. I've been fucking ecstatic, dude. I know America's been waiting on this shit. Everybody's been bragging. Man, I can't wait. I'm gonna have so much extra money. It's gonna, you know, bring in so much more money per month. Wrong, motherfuckers. Wrong. I did the fine print looking. It is not fucking gonna help us month to month. It's not gonna help you check none. They're still gonna tax the fuck out of your goddamn check.
Buddy, you voted for the man who lied over 33,000 times while in his first term, has conned people his whole entire life, and you yourself expected not to get lied to and conned? Well, I guess this is what it looks like when a Trump supporter decides to wake up, take the boot out of his mouth, and realize, yo, we were right. Donald Trump's only interest is giving tax breaks to his billionaire best friends while screwing over the middle class. We told you that. You said, ain't no way that a billionaire and his best friend, the richest man in the world, won't have the middle class's best interest in mind. And we said you were crazy, and you said we were fear-mongering, and here we are, and you're regretting this, which is very interesting. And a cherry on top for you really quick, coal miners. Donald Trump took away your guys' black lung screening. It's a disease that you guys are very susceptible to. In West Virginia, he took away the black lung screening. That was free and accessible to you guys for a long time. It's been a benefit for a long time. He took that away. So that is just a cherry on top of me trying to let you know that Donald Trump does not give a damn about the working class, and he never has. My name is Mercedes Chandler. Give me a follow, or you won't see my face again. Thank you. Goodbye.
What do you get when you vote for a billionaire who gives tax breaks to other billionaires? You get to stay in the trailer park.
I am MAGA and a Christian.
And hell, we're human beings. Help us. Give us what we need. We don't want to be the stepchildren anymore.
It's time to speak up. Well, it appears the joke's on me. It appears I have been the biggest fool alive. You see, before the last couple of days, I knew that there was a segment of MAGA who just hated, who just wanted to burn the world down, and they don't care who they hurt. In the meantime, I knew there was that section, but I really, really thought that most of MAGA just didn't get it. I really thought they just didn't understand. They didn't understand economics because it's complicated. They hadn't studied Project 2025, so they didn't know what was coming. But I really thought when he got in there and started doing the things that hurt so many people, that they would realize, and that they would, but they don't care. Y'all have been telling me this for 2 months, and I kept saying, no, we just have to explain it to them. We just have. Now, I know there are a few, and I thank you guys. You make it worth sticking with this. But over the last couple of days, I have realized that the majority of Republicans do not care how many people are hurt. And they are exactly what Palpatine said. They're the ones he was talking about when he said he could unalive someone in public and they would still vote for him. I thought they just wanted lower egg prices. I thought they were struggling in the economy and it was hard, and they wanted their lives to be easier, and they listened to that. And that's why they voted for him. But they don't care. They literally don't care how many other people in this world are hurt. See, the difference is I'm willing to pay more for my eggs. If it means no one in my country goes hungry tonight, I am willing to pay more for my eggs. If it means everybody can have an egg. But they really don't care. And I am heartbroken that so many in my country don't care. That so many won't go love their neighbor. But I want to thank those of you who are. You're the ones keeping me going. Go love your neighbor.
Hey, do you guys want to hear some really good FAFO that the media is not reporting on? You do? So recently there's been a ton of natural disasters. Obviously that's not news. That's what happens when you burn up the planet with fossil fuels. And the Orange Clown made it very clear that he was not going to send any federal aid to blue states because we're very mean to him and we hate him. And we do hate him, and we hate him because he's ugly. So Nebraska, North Dakota, Missouri, and Alaska all got hit with natural disasters, and they asked for funding, and the Orange Clown said yes. And he said yes because, quote, he won big in those states. And then Maryland, Vermont, and Illinois all got hit, and they asked for disaster relief, and he said no, because he lost in those states. By the way, this is illegal. He is not allowed to withhold federal aid. I constantly have people asking me, why don't you mention that this is illegal? Yeah, because I don't know, I gave up saying that. Yes, it's illegal. He's not allowed to do that. But I want to talk about Maryland specifically. So they got hit with massive storms, causing enormous flooding and about $33 million of damage. And the areas that got the most hit were the westernmost counties, Allegheny County and Garrett County. And if you know anything about that area, it is deep, deep red. It's extreme MAGA. The Orange Clown won Allegheny by 40 points and Garrett County by 54 points. And they're over here begging and pleading for help, but the Orange Clown doesn't care because he cares more about punishing blue states than helping out his MAGA loyalists. But hey, on a serious note, I actually think they're going to be totally fine because even though their homes washed away in a flood, they can totally build emergency tents out of all of their stupid MAGA flags. But that's not all. I have a second piece of effing around and finding out. Now this one is about the Pacific Northwest Hydrogen Hub. Now if you haven't heard about it, let me tell you about it real quick. It was basically this big multi-state initiative throughout Washington, Oregon, and Montana, aiming to produce, store, use, and transport clean hydrogen. This was a huge project with about $1 billion of federal funding and creating thousands of really good high-paying jobs. But because Washington and Oregon are blue states, the Orange Clown canceled the entire project and pulled all of their funding. Montana is as ruby red as Dorothy's slippers, and the governor of Montana, a spineless, pathetic MAGA bootlicker and Orange Clown loyalist, allegedly called the Orange Clown, desperately begging him not to cancel the project so the good people of Montana wouldn't lose all of those high-paying jobs. But the Orange Clown didn't care. It's the exact same situation as the Hyundai plant in Georgia, basically punching yourself in the face and telling yourself you're winning every single day. Or all of those cattle ranchers who voted for the Orange Clown only for him to decide to flood the market with cheap Argentinian beef. All the while calling them ungrateful right to their faces. And by the way, congratulations, cattle farmers, because you definitely owned the libs, and now Couchboy gets to own your farms.
I have an FAFO for a federal worker, a Trump supporter. And actually, he's also a veteran. Did you know that a majority of veterans, federal workers, and military voted for Donald Trump? Even though he's been a draft dodger 5 times? Well, I digress. Wait for this FAFO. It's almost like they're getting it. Let me know.
I was hoping he would did something that made sense regarding the economy. Made some kind of progress in bettering, the benefits of being a veteran. But, I mean, it just seemed like he actually cared about doing what was best for the country, but now it just feels like all about me, Donald Trump, not, the guy out there working in the trenches.
I'm seeing more and more of these FAFOs every day, but you notice he didn't care until it affected him, and only about what's going on with him. Do you agree?
The truth, Trump supporters don't measure his success by what he does for them, they measure by what he does against people they don't like. That's why they see him as being successful. This is why they will never abandon him. His tormenting of others sustains them. This is a requirement to be in the MAGA cult. Whataboutism, when you can't defend Trump without mentioning Obama, Biden, or Clinton. I dare any Trump supporter to try to defend Trump without blaming one of these three. In case you're wondering what the average MAGA cult member looks like, they look like this.
Freaking disappointment, man. What a disappointment this is, where you just believed that a freaking politician was actually trustworthy, that whenever he said he would stay out of these wars and bring world peace, that America would be America first, not Israel first. I don't care what anyone says. This is Israel's battle, and we should have never done what we just did. Donald Trump has officially betrayed MAGA. Instead of upholding his promise of staying out of these forever wars, he just announced that the United States has bombed Iran.
Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I love you racists and I love you MAGA people. I love you guys. Because you guys, like Donald Trump say, he loves uneducated people and the smart people don't like him. He said this out of his own mouth. So that means a lot of you MAGA and racists are uneducated people. So let me tell you about this website, right? It was a website that was created moments after Charlie Kirk was assassinated and raised money and said that they would expose anyone who said anything negative about Charlie Kirk. All you had to do was send them the screenshot, or they caught it. They would expose the person, their names, their address, and they would also expose where the person worked at, right? Yes, they did. So all these MAGA people and these racist individuals from September the 12th through September the 14th donated $30,000. That's right, $30,000 in crypto. It was donated to this website. And then, boom, the website went dark, disappeared, and didn't do nothing that was supposed to have done. It robbed those racist people of $30,000. Now, those people are so mad, butthurt, talking about they want their money back. They were scammed. Yes, you were scammed, because I wouldn't be surprised if Donald Trump and his people wasn't behind this to get money out of you guys. Well, I'm not going to say it was Donald Trump that did it, because he would have robbed you for much more than $30,000 before he shut it down. He probably would have got $1 million or $2 million up out of you. But anyhow, I'm happy that this happened to you guys, because maybe you guys will learn. Stop putting your trust into everybody who say they're fighting the good fight with you, or they're on the same side you on and they believe in what you believe in, because it's clearly that they don't believe in you because they robbed you. Yeah, they robbed you. 30 G's.
Holy shit. I know I say this at the beginning of a lot of my fuck around and find out videos, but it's because they just keep getting better. But this fuck around and find out might be one of the craziest ever, because I'm trying to figure out how this couple actually thought that this lady was going to be safe from being detained and deported when they decided to support and vote for Donald Trump. First, I need you guys to watch this video. And then after the video, I want to go deeper into this, because there's some things that the video is missing that I found in an article about this. This one is crazy, but if I'm being honest, it truly warms my heart to see this specific couple going through this.
You voted for Trump. How do you feel now?
Horrible. Horrible.
What did you vote for?
I voted for change, but I didn't vote for this change.
Okay, pause, because this is someone admitting exactly what we've been saying. You see, they voted to see other people in this country get shitted on. They voted to see elderly people lose their Medicaid. They voted to see poor people lose their food stamps. They voted to see black and brown people get deported. They didn't vote to see these horrible policies hurt them.
Through tears, wearing an ICE-issued uniform, Cynthia Oliveira begs the Canadian government for help.
I really do need their help. I don't want to be in here.
The mother of 3 is currently being held by ICE at this detention center in El Paso, Texas. She says her nightmare started on June 13th when she went to her green card interview.
You thought you were going to be getting your green card, but instead they arrested you. Did they trick you?
Yes. They said, look, she's getting deported immediately.
Cynthia's husband, Francisco, is a U.S. citizen. She says her parents brought her to the United States from Toronto when she was just a little girl.
The U.S. is my country. That's where I met my husband. That's where I went to high school, junior high, elementary. That's where I had my kids.
And like her husband, she too supported President Trump's promise to launch the largest deportation program of criminals in American history.
My wife is a very, up until 18 days ago, was a strong believer in what was going to happen the next 4 years. But we feel totally blindsided, betrayed.
I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Seeing that woman cry in a jail cell, that almost got me. But then I had to remind myself that before she was detained, she was probably one of those people who was posting things online like, all these Mexican tears make me happy. I've seen that shit many times. These people are horrible. So if you ever have a moment where you start caring about these people, just remember, they're cheering on families trying to escape a prison and getting eaten by an alligator. So fuck her and her tears. And did you see how he kind of giggled when he said, up until 18 days ago, my wife was a strong Trump supporter? I swear, the more I see these, I'm starting to think that all of these spouses have mistresses and they all called ICE on their own wives. Now you might be asking yourself, what did she do wrong? How was she set up to be deported? Here's the story. Like many undocumented immigrants who are sitting in this country right now, her mother brought her here when she was about 3 years old. All she knows is America. I empathize with people like these. These are my neighbors, my students, my coworkers. But if they're Trump supporters, this is what they voted for, and I fully support them getting what they voted for. But this is what DHS is saying. On June 13, 2025, ICE arrested Cynthia Ivana Oliveira, an illegal alien from Canada who was previously deported and chose to ignore our law and again illegally entered the country. A judge issued her a final order of removal in 1999, and she was deported to Canada. That same year, she re-entered the country illegally again. Re-entering the country after being deported is a felony. She will remain in ICE custody pending removal to Canada. She was deported and re-entered the country illegally. What the fuck does she think she was voting for when she voted for mass deportations now of people who had entered the country undocumented like she did? But it gets crazier, because here's a deeper explanation. In 1999, immigration officials at the Buffalo border crossing issued her an expedited removal order after finding out she had been residing in the U.S. without legal status, ABC 10 News reported. For the next 25 years, she worked in Los Angeles, paid taxes, and supported her family while trying to build a better life. In 2024, she received a work permit under the Biden administration, allowing her to work legally in the country. The only crime I committed is to love this country and to work hard and to provide for my kids, she said. This is a classic example of people kicking the ladder down after they made it up to the top of the building. The Biden administration gave her a legal work permit, so she thought she was good. So her and her husband decided, fuck the people trying to attain what we already have, let's vote against them. Donald Trump comes in and he says, all you people who got any type of protective status under Biden, we're revoking that shit and getting rid of all of you. The only crime you committed is to love this country and to work hard and to provide for your kids. Bitch, that is exactly what the thousands of families you voted to have deported did as well. I cannot tell you how much her tears mean absolutely nothing to me. I cannot tell you how much I hope she gets deported, and not even to Canada, to fucking El Salvador. I cannot tell you how much these people pissed me off. And it's crazy because she had options. There were options that she voted for. We encourage all illegal aliens to take control of their departure with the CBP Home app. The United States is offering illegal aliens $1,000 and a free flight to self-deport now. We encourage every person here illegally to take advantage of this offer and reserve the chance to come back to the U.S. the right legal way to live the American dream. If not, you will be arrested and deported without a chance to return. You should have taken the route the DHS was trying to give you, and at least you'd have $1,000. But now you got nothing, and all I got for you is giggles and chuckles, thoughts and middle fingers. Have the day your husband voted for and you fully fucking supported. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in their heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.
Ah, what a beautiful morning. So grateful that Trump got in office. Life is going to be so much easier again.
A few moments later.
So I just got the quote from the dentist in Mexico I've been looking to go see because, no offense to my current dentist in the United States, I love him. He does a really great job, and I wish I could go to him. I just can't afford dental care in the United States.
Own the libs. Are you winning yet? No, because you played yourself. These are the females who lack the spine and the courage to step into a private voting booth and vote to safeguard their own rights as women. They're so weak that they actively participate in their own downfall, allowing men to use them as tools to strip away their own rights and help strip away the rights of us all as women. This is what happens when you're gullible enough to fall for the conservative patriarchal illusion of a traditional family, where the man is supposed to be the leader, but in reality, that so-called provider is a failure, leaving you, his wife, so financially helpless that you are forced to rely on the very people that y'all demonize and cheer to be deported just to survive. Now look at you crossing the border into Mexico. Yes, the same Mexico you clutch your pearls over just to be able to afford health care. You're out here bragging about voting for Trump, yet you can't even afford to put America first under Trump. You're out here fighting for white supremacy, but white supremacy ain't fighting for you. Make it make sense. And the best part, this is just a warm-up, so buckle up because the real struggle hasn't even started yet.
Did you guys forget your red hats today?
Come on, man. Yeah, real funny.
Just checking.
We know. It's cold. Leave us alone.
All right.
We'll get inside soon.
They deserve absolutely no grace. How y'all doing? Welcome to the channel. I figured y'all like this, a little better, where we, put the videos in front and then I talk somewhat, at the end, right? One, I relate to this woman so much. I'm gonna let it play a little bit again.
Now that Mimo and Papa don't have the Medicare coverage they need to take care of dialysis.
I don't understand how people in today's society, knowing what we know and knowing what we have as far as information is concerned, still vote against their interests, their best interests, right? You cannot say that you are a moral person and you care about other people, but yet you're voting to hurt other people. This election proved who people really were. First time he got elected, cool. Okay, you gave him the benefit of the doubt. You should have knew better before the second time. The third time, you're really just a nasty individual. Okay, and I don't feel bad for none of them. I don't feel bad for none of them. Everything that you guys wanted, where's she? Everything. Now she in a detention center somewhere yelling because she not at home, and then so let me get this straight. The hypocrisy of this whole situation is she's being vocally loud and supporting a guy that wants people like her deported, but she thought she was the exception. I don't understand it. If you are black or brown, you most certainly should not be voting for that man or rooting or backing anything. I don't understand that. It's neither here nor there, but the full context of this video really goes to the point of a lot of MAGA right now are finding out that there are consequences to this. And unfortunately, the rest of us have to suffer the consequences too, because we can't remove the fact that we're American and we pay into the economy and we feel everything you guys feel too. So not only did you hurt, you do that to hurt everyone else, you're hurting yourself too. It's stupid. It's completely stupid, but hey, we're just beginning to F around and find out stages. Y'all stay tuned. Thank you for tuning into the channel. Make sure you like, comment, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure y'all hit up that comment section. Let me know what y'all think. I want to know your opinion. Please be civil. Don't be bigoted. I will block you. Have a good one. Peace.